CIA blowback. If the U.S. intelligence agencies are currently engaged in war crimes using directed energy weapons, it would be logical to expect a pattern of prior behavior.
Describe the house to him. Tell him, I know that everybody in Jalalabad knew where it was. That why would he lie? Bin Laden has been gone for 3 years. Why would he not admit to knowing where the house was? Everybody in Torah and Jalalabad knew where the house was.
سال 2001 تو آدم فهمید رفت اسلام رفت از خانه برآمد بعد از کلی که میفهمید که دیگه خانه نشسته تو که خیلی گپ یک بودی یک گپ بسیار خود که خود فهمیدی دروغ بودی دیگه ما چطور میتونیم که سر تو ثابت کنیم که تو رئیس ریاست پایین داری
ولا بیده باشیم سیدان ببینم بشی بگرده حقیقتش میفهمم ولا بغیر شعر بغیر مکتب بگرده باشیم
Iraq. In Iraq in 1958, General Abdel Karim Qasem led a coup, took power, and proclaimed a republic. He legalized the Communist Party and decreed land reform, granting autonomy to the Kurds. CIA Director Allen Dulles declared Iraq, quote, the most dangerous spot in the world, and in 1963 the CIA-supported Ba'ath Party overthrew Qasem. The Ba'ath Party shared power until 1968, when the CIA again instigated a coup that culminated in the rise of Saddam Hussein. Hussein had been on the CIA payroll since his early 20s.
Tell him that in 3 minutes, he'll be dead.
Revolutionary influence among his country's majority Shiites. Iran began to win the war in 1982, and the U.S., in fear of the Iranian Revolution, began to covertly aid and arm Saddam. The Reagan administration funneled $5.5 billion through the Atlanta branch of the Italian bank Banca Nazionale del Lavoro, guaranteed by the taxpayers under the Commodity Credit Corporation, to, quote, promote American farm exports, unquote. Between 1986 and 1989, 73 transactions took place that included bacterial cultures for anthrax production, advanced computers, and equipment to repair jets and rockets.
Now, does he want to talk?
Hello. Cannot talk.
Where's the talk? Actually, we're not tight enough. He'd have 5 minutes this way. Tell him to make it so he's only got 3 minutes. Does he want to talk now? Does he want to talk? Ask him now. He wants to tell me the truth whether he let her run outside his village.
Huh?
Oh, that was nice. The Army guys would leave it on.
An 11,800-page dossier on the history of its weapons program to the UN Security Council. Bush administration officials took possession of the document first and cut 8,000 pages that detailed American and Western company sales of weapons and dual-use technology sold to Iraq prior to 1991. The legacy of the NSA Act of 1947 that established the national security state had the obvious consequences of the overthrow of dozens of legitimately elected foreign governments during the Cold War. The unintended consequences of blowback has led to a more hostile environment for U.S. national interest in the 21st century, but it has led to other less obvious consequences to the American Republic itself. The power of the U.S. intelligence agencies to overthrow foreign governments at will has also impacted the domestic American political landscape. The ability to destabilize the world almost at will has conferred the same ability to these agencies in American politics. For men with this kind of power, the temptation to play God on the American landscape and to control the future direction and fate of the United States has been irresistible.
The temptation to use public power and play God.
Given this network a name, Al-Qaeda. It was a dramatic and powerful picture of bin Laden, but it bore little relationship to the truth. The reality was that bin Laden and Ayman Zawahiri had become the focus of a loose association of disillusioned Islamist militants who were attracted by the new strategy. But there was no organisation. These were militants who mostly planned their own operations and looked to bin Laden for funding and assistance. He was not their commander. There is also no evidence that bin Laden used the term Al-Qaeda to refer to the name of a group until after September the 11th, when he realised that this was the term the Americans had given him.
American politics. For men with this kind of power, the temptation to play God on the American landscape and to control the future direction and fate of the United States has been irresistible.